So this is my list of the top 6 most used DAWs in the music production world. By DAW, I mean Digital Audio Workstation. And this is just a guide. I know this would attract many views from different DAW users, but this is just a guide for anyone who's never used any music production software and is looking to get started on making music. First on the list is Pro Tools. Pro Tools is a good software and is regarded an industry standard because of its set of advanced features in live recording, mixing and mastering, or what we call audio post. For beat makers, I wouldn't recommend as such unless you're making music through live instruments like a guitar. It has got a perpetual license or a monthly subscription, but both of them are on the higher side. Second on the list is the famous FL Studio. Now this has become a favorite for many Afrobeat producers and beat makers due to its ease of use and a large library of VST instruments. It has got a pattern-based editing in that you can just arrange the samples with your mouse, no need to use a keyboard if you don't have any. A lot of these styles that we hear nowadays, like the famous Amapiano, a lot of its sounds is attributed to FL Studio. Third up is Apple Logic Pro X. This is also a favorite for Mac users. It has gained popularity over time, has got very decent quality if you're into composition, music mixing, and also mastering. The downside is that it is only available for Apple Mac users. Third up is Studio One. It's personally my favorite. I use it for composition, mixing, and also mastering. I consider this in the middle of FL Studio and Logic Pro because it has got features that you can do pattern-based editing with, and you can also do linear-based editing. Linear-based editing is when mostly you're using the keyboard to fill out the notes when you're composing your music. Next up is Ableton Live. Ableton Live is also competing with the likes of FL Studio in that it is a favorite for music beat makers. A lot of beat makers either use FL Studio or Ableton Live. It has got nice features if you're into music composition and also live performance. So this is a DAW that will suit music producers who add up as DJs and later go with their sessions on stage. So if you're a producer adding up as a DJ, I'd recommend Ableton Live because the features will suit how you're going to compose your music and later perform it. Next up is Steinberg's Cubase. This DAW is good, has gained popularity also due to its wide library of VST instruments. It has got very nice audio and MIDI editing features. One thing I used to do when I started out music was I used to make beats on FL Studio and come to Cubase for recording vocals and later mix the project and master it from the same place. One of the things I'd consider when looking for a DAW is its ease of use. As a startup, you'd like a software that is very easy to understand and get things working in the shortest time possible. I wouldn't go for a very expensive software and I'm just starting out, since I've not maybe started making money off the music that I'm making. The other thing is compatibility. I think out of the 6 I've mentioned, Pro Tools shines in compatibility with output gear, so a lot of engineers go for that because they have hardware they're using in the mixing process, so it's kind of a hybrid setup and Pro Tools really excels in that. The thing is, in the evolution of music right now, developers are coming up with different features that change the landscape of music production. So whatever I might be saying now, a year later, we'll have a very different review because of features that are quickly coming up in all these DAWs.